Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello, everybody. I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues. Okay, that's great. So, how are you guys? How are you guys? Is everybody all right? Please let me know, guys. Good. Okay, that's great. That's great. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So, what are you? Okay, so I'm the new subscriber. So, okay, that's great information, Gaul. Okay, the expected time to complete the boot camp. So, I think so. We'll be extending the boot camp by one more day. So, instead of having it for just 7 days, we'll be having it for 8 days. So, I wanted to make sure that you guys, I've already told you guys about this. Okay, will that be fine with everybody? Please do let me know. Will that be fine with everybody? Please do let me know, guys. So we'll be extending the bootcamp by one more day. Okay. So instead of having it for just 7 days, we'll be having it for 8 days. Will that be fine with everybody? Please do let me know. I wanted to make sure that everybody is on the same page. Okay, that's great. Is AI and ML better than data science, Rohit? That's actually data science. Like there's nothing called as AI and ML separately. As a career, you have data science in which you are having AI and ML. That is how it will happen. Percy Romano. So what about data science bootcamp? Cause I have enrolled in it as well. Will it collide with this? No, it shall not. We'll be having it at two separate times. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay. Is there any boot camp for Bootstrap? So maybe in the future we might have a boot camp on Bootstrap as well. Right now we have scheduled a boot camp on HTML CSS that is going to start from the 8th of August. After that we'll be having another boot camp. I think so the topic for the boot camp will be told to you very soon. And then maybe we'll be having a backend web development boot camp after that. So that is what we have planned up till now. Okay. Hi Shaurya, my name is also Shaurya. Okay, that's great. Okay. So I didn't get enough time to basically respond back on LinkedIn. I will be taking some time today to be able to do that. I'm so sorry if like I've not been able to reply for a lot of time. Okay. But definitely as soon as I'm able to get some time, I will be talking to everybody. Okay. There's a lot of messages that has been left for me to see to. Have to do that as well. Okay, no issues in that as well. Okay. Can you share WhatsApp link for bootcamp? So whenever you are registering for a new bootcamp, you will be able to get the WhatsApp link from right over there. Just go and register for a new bootcamp. From there, you will be able to see the WhatsApp link. Okay. Can you please tell some codes for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React? Sure, Aman. No issues in that. So it's nice till now. What after JavaScript and web development series? So we are going to start with React from tomorrow onwards. Today I will be spending some time explaining you what you need to know to become a web developer at a good company. So that is what we will be like focusing upon in our today's class, guys. Okay. See, colleges, basically, whatever happens in colleges, it's for just college purpose itself. When you come to the industry side, there's no difference between AI, ML, and data science. You only have a data science field in which you will be able to practice AI and ML. Okay. Sure. We will be talking about that, Rishi. Okay. We'll be talking about that today. Okay. Okay, so let's get started right away, guys. I'll be talking about a lot of different stuff today, and I hope that you will be able to understand most of this stuff. It should be pretty easy for you guys to understand it as well. Okay, okay, so let's get started right away. We'll be having a backend development bootcamp as well in the future, guys. Maybe at the end of today, like this month, we'll be having one bootcamp on backend web development as well. Okay. There's a bootcamp from 8th. Okay, as I've already told you guys, you can go to our website devtown.in. Okay, you can go to our website devtown.in. From there, you can go to events section. Inside of events, you will be able to see that upcoming two boot camps that have been scheduled from the 8th of August. So these are the two boot camps that we are having. So for those who are interested in Python and data science, that basically includes machine learning inside of it. Okay, you can definitely attend the Python and data science bootcamp. Like I said, machine learning is also included in it. Otherwise, those who are interested to pursue further in HTML, CSS, like web development itself, they can definitely register for the HTML and CSS Facebook clone bootcamp. As you're able to see, almost 3,300 people have already registered for the same. Along with that, for the Python and data science bootcamp as well, we have got approximately let's say we have got 2,400 students who have already registered for that as well. So you guys can also definitely go ahead and register yourself for the same. Okay. Okay, so let's get started right away, guys. Let me just open up Paint once again. Okay, in today's class, our main topic of discussion would be what are the different things that you need to learn and what is the process of becoming a full stack engineer for different companies. See, up till now, we have placed almost 4,900 students throughout like the past 1.5 years. Okay, so we have got students placed in companies like Microsoft, we have got students placed in Gap, Accenture, Google, Amazon, Samsung. We have got students placed in Geo, Flipkart, Oracle, Walmart, Barclays, Deutsche Bank, Fidelity, Digital Health, Cognizant, TCS, CasePoint, Infosys, Larsen and Turbo, Bale, TCS, Deloitte, Adani. Then you are having your British Telecom. Then you are having your Cognizant, ZS Associates, Herman, that is also Samsung itself, AP Light Projects. We have got students in PwC, AZMac, Genpact. We have students who have gone to Rizk University, WaveNet. We have Nargo. We are having students in Cerebral Technologies, Infinite, iFortis. So we have got a lot of different students placed in different companies. Along with the same as well, if you go to any of our attendance forms as well, you will be able to see that recently we have got a lot of students placed in different companies. The last batch of 800 students who got placed right now by us, so for them the placement results came very like recently. And as you're able to see, so we always provide the information about our placement statistics right over here. So 9 students got placed into Microsoft, 7 students got placed into Google, 9 got placed into Amazon, 12 in Gap Inc. Samsung, we got 15 students placed right over there. Geo 21, Flipkart 21. Oracle, we got 16 students placed. Barclays 12, Walmart 19, and so on and so forth. The highest placement that was offered was by Google itself. It was 60 lakhs per annum. We got an average placement of 13.3 lakhs per annum for our full stack web development program, and 12.7 lakhs per annum for our data science program. So see, the point is there is a lot of placements that are available. People are getting internships, people are getting placements from the first year, second year, third year, fourth year. For example, one of my students, he was from maritime engineering, and the other was from what do you say, like merchant navy. Okay, so they merchant navy as well as maritime engineering, both of them got placed into Amazon. The point is that these companies don't care from which background are you from or what are you currently pursuing, whether it be B.Tech, whether it be M.Tech, whether it be maritime engineering, whether it be merchant navy, whether it be commerce, whether it be BSc, MSc. They don't care about it. They only care, or they don't even care about, like, for example, if you're from chemical, mechanical, civil, they don't care about these things. What they care about is just one thing: do you have the right skill set and do you have the right knowledge? If you have these two things, then you are for sure going to be get selected in any of these companies. So that is what I'm going to tell you guys today, like what should be your like methodology of study, so that you are also like preparing yourself so that you are able to enter into these companies. Okay, right now these companies, basically the process of like hiring students right now, what is their process? I will be telling you guys. It's very simple. First of all, each of these companies will be having coding tests, where this will be online coding tests or even offline coding tests itself, where your knowledge in data structures and algorithms and competitive programming will be tested. Okay, your all the knowledge that you have related to data structures, algorithms, and competitive programming will be tested. So in these coding tests, you will usually get 1 to 2 coding questions that you have to solve in like 30 to 1 hour. Okay, 30 minutes to 1 hour. And there your concepts of data structures and algorithms and competitive programming will be tested. Now, if you are like any type of field that you want, whether you want to go for data science, whether you want to go for web development, whether you want to go for any field that comes under IT, okay, even software engineering as well, any field that comes under the sector of IT or information technology, you need to do data structures and algorithms and competitive programming. You don't have any choice. You can choose between two languages, C++ or Java. Okay, don't tell me, sir, can we do it in Python? Can we do it in JavaScript? No, my answer is no. Okay, none of the other languages. Do it either in C++ or Java. If you're asking for my preference, then I will be preferring C++ because I do data structure algorithms and computer programming only in C++. But yes, you have a choice right over here. You can either choose C++ or Java, depending upon like what is like your preference. Okay, so without doing data structures and algorithms and competitive programming, you will never be able to clear this coding test. And if you're not able to clear this coding test, you're not getting any interviews. If you're not getting any interviews, you're not getting any jobs as well. So data structures and algorithms is mandatory. Okay, mandatory. You don't have any choice out there. You have to do data structures and algorithms and competitive programming. You don't have any other choice. I'm telling you guys right now, you don't have any other choice. Somebody is thinking, no, I will just do web development, I will just do data science. You're not going to get any jobs. You're not going to get any internships. Okay, even if you're getting an internship, it will be paying you less than 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees a month. That is not a job. That is like even daily wage workers earn more than you guys. That is not something that you want. You want a job that is in a well-respected company that offers you at least 1 to 3 lakh rupees per month. That should be your aim. That should be the least of your aim. Okay, so like I said, it is extremely important that you are either choose between the two languages, C++ or Java. Choose one of those languages. If you are choosing between either of those two languages, we have already posted the entire language, whether it be for C++, for Java. We have already started posting everything on our YouTube channel as well. You could go through those videos, learn the entire two languages from scratch, the most advanced level, and then start off with data structures and algorithms and computer programming. Okay, the next thing that you have to do, so after this particular coding test, if you qualify, okay, if you qualify after this coding test, if you pass this coding test, then you have your interviews. Usually there will be 3 to 6 interviews that will be scheduled. So for example, for Google, it's usually 6 to 8 interviews that happens at Google. Whether it be Microsoft, then there will be 3 to 4 interviews that will be scheduled in Microsoft as well. Now usually these interviews are of 3 types. The first interview that you will be giving would be of data structures and algorithms again. So this basically, they will check whether you have cheated on the coding test or not. So they will be asking you questions related to data structures and algorithms right over here. It will be a live interview. The interviewer will be sitting in front of you. He will be asking you data structures, algorithms questions. He will be asking you to code in front of him or her or whoever the interviewer is. So the first interview that you will be giving will be of data structures and algorithms itself. Okay. The next particular thing. Okay. So next particular thing that will be there, the next interview that will be there will be based on your projects. This is where your skill set is, basically your skills and your knowledge is basically like checked upon. For example, if you applied for software engineering position or web development position, in that particular case they'll be asking you questions related to React. They'll be looking through your projects. They'll be looking at some of the experiences that you have previously. They will be asking you questions related to backend. They will be asking you questions related to cloud computing. They will be asking you questions related to DevOps. So there will be a lot of different questions that they will be asking just to check whether you have the right skill set or the knowledge. If you don't have the right skill set or your knowledge, they will directly reject you. This is the place where, if you are able to reach up till the project stage, okay, this is where it basically gets decided whether they want you like to work for them or not, whether you will be hired or not. That is where this is decided. Okay, whether you have the right skill set and the right knowledge that needs to go together. Okay, so that is extremely important, guys, to have good projects under your belt. You don't need to have like 50-60 different projects. You need to have just 1 or 2 projects under your belt. That is amazing. That just blows the interviewers' minds out. And you need to have the right knowledge associated with that as well, and some certifications associated with that knowledge, so that you are able to showcase to the interviewer that yes, I have this knowledge, you can ask me any questions, but along with that I have some credibility as well. I've given some tests, I've given some training, I've taken up some particular internships, I have experience, I have everything under my belt. You can look at my projects. These projects are also like all these projects are world class. It's amazing. This is where it is decided. Okay, so if at this very point of time, if you are from any other background, from mechanical, chemical, civil, from commerce, from any background that you are, it is basically decided right over here that whether you will qualify for it or not. Okay, so it's extremely important that these projects that you are basically having should be of the best quality. Okay, and yes, you need to have a good amount of knowledge as well. Then the last interview, that is the last interview, is usually of the HR interview. If you have reached the HR interview, there's like a 99% probability that you have already got hired. In the HR interview, it's usually they are testing out your communication skills, whether you are able to easily converse in English or not, how well are you able to think, all this kind of stuff. So basically they will just ask you, okay, so at any point of your life, whether you have been stuck in a situation where you had to use your leadership skills to come out of that particular situation, then you have to just cook up some story to be able to explain it to them, that how you use your leadership qualities to be able to guide your team and everything out of a very tough situation. So that is how these HR interviews are taken up. Now please keep in this mind that yes, English is very important, Very, very important. For example, let me just tell you this. In Google interviews, like the 7 students who got placed into Google, they got all a package of 60 lakhs per annum. So I invited them over to Bangalore. We had a great party with them. So I also asked them, how was the interview, what was your experience and everything. So they told me just one thing, that so like English is absolutely essential, because out of those 8 interviews that they got, okay, some of them got 6 interviews, some of them got 8 interviews, 3 to 4 interviews were taken up by people who were not from India. Some were from China, some were from US, some were from UK, some were from Indonesia as well. So these were people who don't understand Hindi. And if you're not able to communicate your ideas, your thinking process to them, then it's of no use, because they don't understand Hindi. They are from different countries. They are not Indians. You need to converse with them in English itself. So at that point of time, if your communication skills is not up to or on par with these like people, so that they are able to easily understand what you are saying, then you would fail. Even after having the knowledge, even after having the right skill set, you will fail right over there. So please keep that in mind. For me as well, when I was giving my first interview for Google, I used to work with them for the education purposes basically. But when I gave my first interview, 2 of the interviews were from international people. So communication is an extremely important skill set right over there. If you're applying for companies like Deloitte, if you're applying for companies like PwC, you are applying for companies like TCS, Infosys, at that particular point of time as well, communication is something that they will take into, every companies take into that, take that into consideration itself. It's very important for their employees to be able to easily communicate their ideas and thinking process in English with their peers. Okay, so it's very important that you need to make sure that your communication skills is on point. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Yes, we will be telling you guys about the projects that you can build and everything. Don't worry. Okay, so are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know. Okay, great. Now, so there are 4 major components of any website that you are building. Okay, a web developer needs to know all these 4 components to call himself or herself a web developer. So the first is the front end web development. Okay, the first is the front end web development. Okay, the second is your back end. Okay, the third is your cloud computing. And the last is your DevOps. These are the 4 pillars upon which your entire website basically functions. Any website, any product, anything that you're using at any point of time, it revolves around it. Now just think about it. Okay, just think about it in such a way. You are a owner of a business. Okay, you are an owner of a big multinational company. What is more preferable to you? To have 4 people, each of like one for just front end, one for just back end, one for just cloud computing, one for just DevOps, at 20 lakhs per annum. Okay, 20 lakhs per annum each. You have to pay 20 lakhs per annum each to each of these employees, or just have like 2 people, who knows everything. Okay, these 2 people know everything from right over here. Okay, they know front end, back end, cloud and DevOps, and just pay them like 30 lakhs per annum each. Which is much more beneficial to the company, guys? Can you let me know? Which is much more beneficial to the company? Hiring 4 people or hiring 2 people right over here? Can you guys let me know? Just think about it. The 2 people, exactly. Now, why is it so much beneficial for the company? Of course, they are spending way less when compared to hiring 4 people. Initially, they were spending 80 lakhs per annum. Right now, they will be spending 60 lakhs per annum. Okay, so they are saving money, but that is not the only point that is there. Why they are doing this is that these 2 guys actually know how to integrate all these technologies together to create a product. These companies are basically working on creating products. Okay, they are working on creating huge products that consumers are using. When you are creating such huge products that are there, they need to focus not just upon like, okay, so I know front end, that's it, I cannot do anything else. These type of people are of no use in the industry. They need people who are able to build an entire product on their own. They are able to integrate all these different technologies together to create something of production value. Okay, so that is the reason why, and these two people will be able to interact with each other to be able to help each other out to create an amazing product. That is the reason why companies prefer these kind of people a lot more than others. The same thing goes on from right over here as well. Okay, let me just tell you this right now very frankly. If you're just learning React, if you're just learning backend, if you're just learning cloud computing, if you're just learning DevOps, you won't be able to get placed. I'm telling you right now. Okay, just let me make you guys understand via this particular example. Just taking up an example right over here. These numbers are not original, but this is what is happening right now in India. For example, there are 10,000 jobs that are available. 10,000 jobs that are available right now in web development. Okay, there are 1 lakh people. Okay, 1 lakh people who are going to apply for these jobs. Okay, for these 10,000 jobs that already know front end and back end. They already know front end and back end beforehand itself. They already know that all these 1 lakh people already know front end and back end. What is the probability of you getting a job right over there if you are among these 1 lakh people who already know front end and back end? Or along with that, like there are 5 lakh more people who just know front end, 5 lakh more people who just know back end. There are 1 lakh people who know front end and back end together. Okay, what is your probability of getting that job if you are within these 1 lakh people? Very low. Very, very low. There's a like very low probability that you will be getting that job. But the thing is, those people, there are just like 1,000 people who know front end, back end, as well as cloud computing. And there is just like 500 or even like 200 people who know front end, back end, cloud computing, and DevOps. There's just 500 to 200 people who are there who know everything, how to integrate all these technologies together. There's a very few number of people that are there right over here, and these are the kind of people that the companies want to hire. If these people are applying for these positions and their data structures algorithms is good, their CP is good, then the companies really want these kind of people, and they are going to pay a lot more to these people. See, the 7 students who got placed into Google at 60 lakhs per annum. There were 9 people who got placed into Microsoft, okay, at 48 lakhs per annum. For Amazon, the package was 34 lakhs per annum. So you are able to see that these companies are paying a lot more amount of money for these kind of people. These people already, so these students who we trained them in front end, we trained them in back end, we trained them in cloud computing, we trained them in DevOps, and then we trained them how to integrate these technologies together to create a product. Along with that, we provided them training in data structures, algorithms, and computer programming, and that is what you have to do. You don't have any other option, guys. If you are just learning front end and back end, you are among these 1 lakh people. You are among these 1 lakh people, the probability of them. So the first preference out of these 10,000 jobs will be given to these 500 people. So that jobs are gone. So now there is like 9,500 jobs itself. Then the preference will be given to these 1,000 people. So again, the jobs are reduced to 8,500. And then the preference is given to these people on even in them as well. These are freshers. There will be some people who already have some experience. Okay, maybe they are working at a smaller firm, they want to shift to a larger firm. So these people with experience will be given then the next preference. So these 1 lakh students never get placements. Very rarely they get placements. They think that they have learned a lot because they don't know what is happening in the industry. So for up till right now, I have already took up 15 different companies. I've took up interviews. I've done hiring for them. Right now from DevTown itself, almost 65 different companies are hiring from us. Every quarter, 65 different companies are hiring from us with a yearly placement rate of 98%. From the 5,000 students that we got, 5,000 students in the past year, we placed 4,850 or 860 students out of them. So the point is that I'm very familiar with what these companies require. Okay, because that is what we are doing right over here at DevTown. Our aim, we are not a YouTube channel that yes, just learn web development and you'll get placements. This is not the reality. If that was the case, I learned web development, that is just front end and back end, in my first year. I didn't get any placements. I didn't get anything right over there. Nobody is going to give you a job just like that. It's a tough crowd. You have to stand out from the rest of the crowd so that you are able to get it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. What is DevOps and cloud computing? Can you explain their rules? Ansh, so for example, front end is basically, just think about it. Front end is basically your restaurant. When you go to a restaurant where you sit and eat your food, so there are tables, there are chairs, the beautiful decoration out there. That is basically like visible to the user. So whenever you go to any website, whatever you are able to see on your screen, that is called as front end of the website. Similar to a front end of the restaurant as well. Similar to that, when you go to the kitchen of a restaurant where you are cooking the food, servers are serving the food, placing orders right over there, the cooks are cooking the food, there's a refrigerator where all the food is stored and everything. Similar to that, there's a backend. Okay, now this backend that comes into web development where your information is stored, where your application intelligence, like whatever like is happening with your application, maybe you are sending out videos, maybe in Netflix, maybe sending out friend requests, maybe all these data, whatever your business business point is, like whatever is the business logic, that is called as a business logic of your website, exists as a application that exists in the backend. Now this backend needs to exist. So the backend is also a code itself. Now this code needs to exist on some device. These devices are usually called as servers. Now each server will cost you a lot. Basically servers are basically computers, okay, huge powerful computers. The cheapest servers that you will be able to afford will be starting from like 3 lakh, 4 lakh rupees. Now people aren't like supposed to, and these servers will also cater to like 10,000 only, 20,000 people. Okay, if the number of people coming to your website increases, you need to increase the number of servers as well. If the number of people like so for example, in the peak of the entire year, 1 lakh people are coming to your website, so you will have to buy 10 servers at your home and you need to maintain it, you need to manage it. It's a huge hurdle. And maybe in the lowest time of your website, in the entire like in the entire year, okay, the number of people coming to your website is just 10. Okay, so you are wasting 9 servers that you bought at 4 lakh rupees per server. You have wasted 9 servers. That is 36 lakh rupees you have wasted. So to prevent this, big companies like Amazon, big companies like Microsoft, big companies like Google came up with their cloud computing services. These companies have huge number of servers at their like their headquarters and their offices and everything. Now these servers aren't getting utilized every single time. They have bought these servers, they are not getting utilized, so they lease it out, they rent it out to you guys. You can rent it out within minutes, for some minutes itself. You can increase the number of servers, you can decrease the number of servers without having to purchase a server. So it is just like they have bought some houses and now you are renting it from them itself. So for Amazon it is AWS, that is Amazon Web Services. For Microsoft it is Azure, and for Google it is GCP, or Google Cloud Platform. Now the best out of them is AWS, of course, because it's the most oldest and the most brilliant amongst them, with the most number of features as well. If you have learned AWS, you will be able to use Azure and GCP without fail, but the other way around isn't possible. So I will be suggesting you guys to learn AWS in cloud computing. Now the third is basically DevOps. Now DevOps basically provides, like, up till now, if you have just learned cloud computing, you have just learned front end and back end, whatever product that you will be creating won't be a production level product. It is just a hobby product. Okay, we call it as a hobby product. That is, a kid has created a product for his use. Okay, it is not a product that can go into the market and millions of people will be able to use it. You have not built that. So DevOps is a particular concept that whatever you have created as a hobby product, it takes that hobby product into something that can be used by millions and billions of the people without fail, without having any problems in the entire thing. That is where DevOps comes into place. So for example, whenever you're creating a product, okay, so you have one code base of your product on which you will be adding more features, you will be so all these new features that you want to add, okay, maybe like the search button, you want to change the type of search button that is there, or some other features that you want to add in your application. So that is your one build of the entire product. The second build is where the whatever additions that you wanted to do, whatever new features you wanted to include in the new product, you have placed it right over there. In the second particular module, you want to test it out. All the testing is then basically making sure that everything works properly. So there will be a second module that will be called as your testing. And then there's a deployed version. Okay, that is basically what is being delivered to your users. This is how industry practices this. So this basically needs to be maintained. Okay, the code doesn't need to change. You need to make sure that everything is in one flow. This is where things from production comes into place, things from the industry comes into place. This is called as CI/CD, or continuous integration and continuous deployment. Okay, so that is one of the concepts of DevOps. Maybe you are writing your code inside a MacBook Pro, okay, or maybe a Windows laptop, maybe a Linux laptop. You need to now on your laptop, the different versions of JavaScript will be there, different versions of React will be there, different versions of MySQL, different versions of MongoDB, different versions of, so all these different technologies have different versions as well. You have built a particular product, it's working fine in your laptop, but if you're sending it to your friend or the server where you're deploying it, you don't know what is the configuration of that server, or which type of, or which versions of different things are available right over there. So that is where a particular concept of Docker comes into play. So Docker is again an important aspect of DevOps. Then you're having Kubernetes. So all these different things are there in DevOps that basically takes your 30 code that you have built up, that is a hobby project, that is a shitty project that you have built up, and takes it to a production level in which millions of people are able to use your application easily. And that is what we need. Like, these companies need people who are able to take an idea from its seed stage to a full grown park, okay, that can be used by people. Okay, so that is the main thing. These companies require these kind of people. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Thank you so much, Piyush Dwivedi. So that is the reason why you need to learn all these different things. Of course, I will be telling you guys exactly what you have to learn in that as well, which type of projects you should be working upon. Everything I will be telling you guys right now. Don't worry about it. Okay. But please try to remember that programming, whether it be learning how to build websites or whether it be data structures and algorithms and computer programming, is all about practice. Every single day you have to sit and practice. If you're not able to do that, just forget anything about IT. Take up anything else, go with maybe a sales roles, go with something else, but not an IT. If you're not able to give, see, the point is, I've seen people who have come out of their colleges, they don't have a job right now, they are at a job that pays them like 3 lakh rupees per year. Like, how will you survive in that? Can you just imagine? Like, you have to pay taxes, you have to do everything. 3 lakh rupees per year. Okay, that's just like 30,000 rupees a month, maybe 40,000 rupees a month. My house has a rent of 80,000 rupees. That is the rent of my house. Now, you want to spend 4 years of your life in college with your friends, doing matagaste, doing time pass with them, enjoying these 4 years, going after girls, going after boys, ending up in relationships, breakups. If you want to enjoy these 4 years on your parents' money, that's up to you. But remember that for the next 20 years, you would be the ones who would be suffering. The choice is yours. Either you could spend these 4 years right now, okay, practicing, learning, developing yourself into something that can get a good placement, that into a particular person who can get like a package of at least 2 to 3 lakhs per month, at least. In that particular case, After that, for the next 20 years, your life would be everything that you have dreamed of. You would have cars, you would have girls, you will be going out on trips. Okay, these big companies, it isn't the case that there are nobody out there. I have friends in these big companies. I have people in these big companies that are amazing to enjoy with. Okay, these companies are really great. So it is up to you at the end of the day whether you want to spend 4 years giving your like time with your friends working, because these friends aren't going to help you out. These friends aren't going to help you get placed at a later point of time. They are not going to give you their money so that you are able to lead a comfortable life. Okay, it's totally up to you. Okay, you don't have any other option, guys. The only option is either you choose that, okay, if I want to go into IT, I will be giving 3 hours, 4 hours every single day without fail. Set up an alarm, put it up, tell your parents that call me at this point of time. If I have not started studying, I will like just scold me or something like that. Do something, okay, make a plan. And irrespective whether it's an anniversary, whether it's your own birthday, whether it's a friend's birthday, whether there's a fucking party, okay, if you have blocked that space, for example from 6 to 10, this is what I will be studying every day. Make a plan that, okay, these are the 3 things that I'm going to do today from 6 to 10. Even if there's an earthquake, you should be continuously studying during that particular period. That should be the level of dedication that you should be having, because it's your own life. Nobody else is going to mold it for you. You have to do it on your own. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. सर आप एक बार लिस्ट बता दो कि फ्रंट एंड बैक एंड में 2 पिलर्स हैं, हाउ मेनी लैंग्वेजेस इट कंटेन्स. सो देयर इज अ वेरी गुड न्यूज़ अबाउट दैट. ओके, द एंटायर 4 पिलर्स दैट आई टॉक्ड अबाउट, the entire 4 pillars that I talked about, can you guess how many languages are there in all these 4 pillars? That is front end, back end, cloud computing and DevOps. Can you guess how many languages are there to learn? Can you guys guess how many languages are there, guys? So many of you are writing 2, many of you are writing 4, many of you are writing 8, 1. The real answer is just one. Just one. That's JavaScript and nothing else. Just one language is there. That's the beauty of web development. Web development is so focused on just one language that it has branched its ways out in every single space. JavaScript is the only language that you need to know for all these 4 things. That's it. See, the point is that it's easy if you are like giving your 100%. If you are not, then of course it is going to be tough. There's just one language for all these 4 things. You are easily able to understand how easy it is. And there's nothing called as a WordPress developers. Okay, there's no jobs as a WordPress developers. You will be getting paid like 10,000-20,000 a month. That's it. Even as a good WordPress developer itself, there's nothing called as a WordPress developer. First of all, it's just a fucking tool. Okay, so I don't even consider them as developers. Okay, so nobody's going to, and big companies don't even hire WordPress developers. So yeah, SQL is not a language. First of all, SQL is not a language. And second of all, you will not be using SQL. You'll be using NoSQL. Okay, NoSQL. Okay, so usually you will be working with MongoDB. Okay, and not with your Microsoft SQL or something like that. Okay, so yeah. So, and you telling these things and I wasted 3 years. See, Ankur, there's nothing that is late. Okay, you need to start immediately. That's my point. See, I can keep you guys motivated for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Most of the people will be motivated. Yeah, ab karenge. Like, we will do it from tomorrow onwards. I will make a plan. I will start studying. And then tomorrow, I'm not going to be there. You will be on your own. You will have to keep that motivation up on your own as well. That's the main point. See, these boot camps aren't going to teach you everything that is there in React. So when you go to Baskin Robbins, okay, have you guys gone to Baskin Robbins, guys? Please let me know. Have you guys gone to Baskin Robbins? Please do let me know, guys. Or have you guys have you heard about Baskin Robbins ice creams? Please do let me know. So Baskin Robbins is basically an ice cream parlor, very famous ice cream parlor, where you have like 32 or 36 different flavors of ice creams that are there. Now, when you go to Baskin Robbins, you don't order each and every ice cream. Like each of these scoops of ice cream costs you about like 200 bucks, 200 rupees for each scoop of ice cream. It's a bit costlier at its end. Okay. Now you aren't going to order like 32 or 36 scoops of each of these flavors, pay them just to understand what you want to eat. You're not going to do that. So Baskin Robbins provides you with a spoon. Okay, so okay, like you can get a small spoon of ice cream. You can taste it as a sample. If you like it, then you order that particular stuff. These boot camps are also meant to be like that. We aren't going to go into the entire depths of React or the entire depths of backend web development. We are just going to show you the basics. We are just going to show you that, okay, this is how it works. This is how you are able to create a very simple project in React.js. Just the basics itself. If you are comfortable enough, if you think that, okay, yes, web development is something that I'm liking, I'm enjoying it, then go and pursue it further. Then spend your time, because when I was in college, there was nothing like this that was available. I used to dive deep into web development, going into everything, and then figuring out that this is not what I want to do. And I will dive deep into data science, and I'll go deep into data science, and I will figure out, okay, this is also not what I want to do, and so on and so forth. So I wasted a lot of time just to understand what I like. And I don't want that to happen with you guys. That is why we have these small 7 days boot camp, where we are able to give you a taste of what it is like to become a React developer. At a later point of time, you have to decide whether you want to continue. Okay, now I want to learn web development. I will learn full front end. I will learn back end. I will learn DevOps. I will learn cloud computing. I'll become a fucking like great person in web development itself. See, data structures and algorithms, you don't have a choice. Everybody needs to do it. CP, everybody needs to do it. You don't have a choice. But yes, between full stack web development, between data science, you have a choice. Now that choice is what we are trying to provide you guys via these bootcamps, so that you are able to figure out like whether I want to pursue this further or not. Secondly, as well, there's a lot of wrong information in the entire like student community about what is actually needed. Like literally, I got a message the like 1 or 2 days before that I know HTML CSS. Will you give me a job? And I was like, dude, I knew HTML CSS when I was in 10th standard. It was there in my course. In my school, it was there in my course. I knew it in my 10th standard. I didn't get a job right over there. How the fuck do you think that I'm going to give you a job right now? So that's the point, guys. So these bootcamps are way to open up your eyes, basically. That this is the reality of what we are living right now. And you need to understand that, okay? Okay. Yes, data structures and algorithms are very important. Without data structures and algorithms, you will not be able to like get into any company. Okay, any. I'm not barring none. Now, for the same as well, shit, what the fuck is this? I'll be going through the syllabus as well once again. Give me a second. So basically, I've created every single thing that you need to learn in full stack web development, as well as data structures and algorithms. You can take this as like you can get a printout of this. You can stick it on your walls and or like make a checklist of all these topics and check them one by one as you are completing each and every one of them if you're studying on your own. Okay, so I've created every single thing that you need to learn. I've put it up right over here in this PDF. This is available on our website. You can go to devtown.in/courses. From there you will be able to see all the different PDFs from right over there. You can download it and take a reference from there as well. So as you're able to see, in data structures algorithms, you have two choices, either between C++ or Java. Both the languages are available right now for free on our YouTube channel. Okay, so you can go there, you can start learning from there itself. Okay, so C++ for web dev, weird. Arca, I know that you know a lot. I've seen your comments a few times and I've ignored it. See, I have 5 years of experience in IT field. I have done hiring for 15 companies. I've made 4,800 and something students plays in the past 1.5 years. So yes, I know it. Even if it feels weird, it is the reality. For example, just think about it. If you want to get into maybe IIT Bombay into mathematics, that is the field that you want to go into. Why the fuck are you studying physics and chemistry for your IIT JEE mains examinations? Because you want to get into that college. There's no other option. These companies evaluate your IQ on the basis of data structures and algorithms and competitive programming, and they will continue to do so. There's no plans of any change in the future as well. Until unless you have done something, please go ahead and talk. Otherwise, listen to me very carefully. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see right over here. First of all, choose a language. Choose between C++ and Java. Okay, go through all the topics in those languages itself. You should be familiar with OOPS. You should be familiar with pointers, references. You should be familiar with operator overloading or writing, overriding, all these different topics that is there in that language. You should be familiar with it. Like I said, we have already posted it on our YouTube channel. You can go ahead and start from right over there. Okay, the next thing that you need to start is data structures and algorithms and competitive programming. Now for competitive programming, I will suggest you only two websites to basically focus upon more: LeetCode and CodeChef. Okay, no other languages, not HackerEarth, not HackerRank. Okay, of course, if you are great at LeetCode and CodeChef, then go further with Codeforces as well. But Codeforces, even I don't even try Codeforces, because I know where I stand. I know that I'm not that great in CP and DSA, so I don't go on Codeforces. I usually prefer LeetCode as my go-to platform for practicing, as well as for sometimes if I want to give the habit of giving some exams or something like that, then I go with CodeChef. Okay, so choose between only these two platforms. HackerEarth, HackerRank basically gives you a false sense of entitlement that you know shit when you don't know anything. Okay, so they basically, the questions are very easy. Like, nobody's going to ask these type of questions in the interviews. You will easily be acing through them and you will think that, I know everything. Like, you don't know anything. Okay, ignore these two platforms. Okay, focus much more upon LeetCode and CodeChef. That will be my suggestion. Like I said, we are not sponsored or anything like that. This is my pure hearted suggestion that you need to see. Okay, moving further, the topics that you need to cover. You have to start with introduction to programming in C++, mathematics, bit manipulation, recursion, arrays, searching, sorting, matrix, hashing, strings, linked list, tags, queues, dequeues, trees, BST, heap, graph, greedy algorithms, backtracking, dynamic programming, trie, segment, and binary index, trees, disjoint sets. These are all the different data structures that are there. Each of these data structures have a lot of different algorithms that are there. There is a list of 400 to 500 questions that you have to solve. If you are very intelligent, then that would be more than sufficient for you. But I was not that intelligent. So there is a list of 2000 students. After solving 1500 to 2000 questions in like a period of 3 years, that should be more than sufficient for you to prepare you for any kind of interview, any type of coding interview that you might have to give at any point of time. Okay, so that is the amount of questions that you have to do. Okay, you don't have any other choice as of this particular point of time. Then you will start off with web development fundamentals. Start off with the fundamentals itself. Web development protocols, HTTP, HTTPS protocols, HTML, CSS, Git, GitHub, version control, responsive designs with CSS, grid and box layouts, Tailwind CSS, Bootstrap CSS, and JavaScript. Before starting React, before starting anything else, this is all that you need to know. Everything. If you have skipped any one of these parts, you shouldn't be starting out with React. Okay, you shouldn't be starting out with anything else. You first need to finish off all these different things. Of course, Bootstrap CSS, why I'm suggesting, because it will build your basics further, but in practicality you will be using Tailwind CSS much more, because Tailwind CSS provides a lot more customization and makes amazing, beautiful websites very easily. Bootstrap CSS, because you need to understand the basics that are there, but yeah, you won't be using it a lot. Okay, again guys, you need to make sure that whatever you are learning at any point of time, that should be practical. Okay, it isn't just that, okay, I've just read through them and now I know it. Okay, there's no book. You need to practice, take up some projects, do those projects. Okay, for example, build a project in HTML, then build a project and add CSS to that, then do some version control over it, then convert that project into a responsive design, add grid and box layouts, then add Bootstrap to it, then add CSS to Tailwind CSS to it. So that is how you will be able to learn. Okay, without that you aren't going to move further from right over here, guys. Okay, for example, in our training program, what we do is we take up a Zomato application. We start off with the basics. We first make the HTML portion of that, then we add CSS to it, then we do the version control, we add responsive design to the website. So take up a project, take up a small project and move further from right over there, guys. After learning JavaScript, of course, go with ES6 version. Do not go with the previous version. Okay, take up the latest version of JavaScript that is there. Once you have learned JavaScript, then you can go further with React.js. Now in React, these are all the different topics that you should be able to understand both theoretically as well as practically. You must have implemented this into a project as well. Get started with React component lifecycle methods. You are having React functional components, Webpack using third-party components, styling in React, routing in React, React hooks, state management in React with Redux. Of course, go with Redux, connecting to the backend. These are all the different topics that you need to learn in React.js. For example, in our training program, whatever you created using HTML, CSS, that is the Zomato application, we create the exact same thing again using React. After that, okay, so whatever you created using HTML, CSS, we create that again from scratch in React itself, so that you are able to practice your React methods, okay, and see how different it is from the fundamentals that you learned. Okay, once I've created that, we also have a Book My Show API that you basically make. So Book My Show front end that you'll be making using React as well. So that is how, like, take up projects that are well known, take up projects that you can put up on your resume, and there is a like an implementation in the future as well. Okay, so okay, of course, one of the other projects that you will be making in React will be your personal portfolio website in React. Don't create your personal portfolio in HTML and CSS, because that basically states that you are a 10th standard student. Okay, take up in React itself. So for example, for us, we help the students create their personal portfolio in React so that they are able to move further from right over there. Okay, next particular thing, that is the backend web development. In backend web development, go with Node.js, Express, microservices with Node.js and Express, integrating MongoDB. So MongoDB is your database of choice. This is NoSQL database. Validation and error handling, building RESTful APIs with Node, Express and MongoDB, authentication and security as well. So how to basically make sure that your entire backend is basically secured at the end of the day. Nobody is able to attack your backend itself. So right over there, these are all the different things that you need to learn in backend. Now, when you're learning backend, do not learn an entire, like, just create a backend just for like the learning purpose itself. No, do not do that. For example, you created the Zomato application. In our training program, what we do is the Zomato application as well as the Book My Show application that we create using React. That is the front end of that. So in backend web development, we create the backend for both the applications as well. So the backend for the Book My Show API, so we are able to integrate the two technologies together right over there. Similar to that, the backend of the Zomato application, the entire application that you are using, the Zomato app that you are using on your mobile phones right now, we create the entire backend for the same application and we connect it to the Zomato. So for us, the Zomato clone is the biggest master project that we do right over here, so that it's easy for you to see like an entire product that is getting used in your daily life. You will be building the exact same thing. Now that is what makes you stand apart. You are building a product. You are building a product from the utmost scratch. That is something that makes you stand apart from the rest of the crowd. Then after backend web development, you move towards DevOps and cloud computing. So basically you learn Docker and containers, automating with CI/CD, securing with sync. CI/CD is basically your continuous integration and continuous deployment that we had already told you about. Then you are having your Kubernetes, that is K8s, and we use AWS. So we also suggest you guys to study AWS itself. So for cloud computing purposes, we study AWS right over here. So what you have to do is pretty simple. So for example, what we do is the Book My Show clone is done right over there. What we then focus upon is taking the Zomato clone to a production level. So how to make CI/CD pipelines for the Zomato application, how to integrate it, how to Dockerize it, how to containerize it, how to put it up on Kubernetes cluster, how to push everything up to AWS so that it's continuously deployed. And even millions of people are using your application at the same point of time. Your application, your Zomato application won't crash. So you are basically building an entire production based product at the end. That should be your aim. That is like any company, wherever you are able to apply at any point of time, if you are able to show such a project right over there, they will definitely take you in, because they need such people. They don't have any option right over there. Okay, so that is what my particular like suggestion to would be to you guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. See, if you're not able to solve questions when it comes to data structures, algorithms, and competitive programming, don't worry. Okay, if you're not able to solve, if you're not able to understand a question, if you haven't done data structures and you're directly going to a question, you aren't going to solve shit. Okay, that is the main thing. You have to make sure that first you are completing data structures and algorithms properly. Once you have done that, then shift to competitive programming questions. Once you are competitive programming questions, most probably you will be able to solve most of the questions. If you're not able to do that, watch the solution, give it 1 day break. After watching the solution, give 1 day break before writing the code. Then come back the next day without looking at the solution, read the question and try to solve the question again. Okay, now you have taken up 24 hours after reading the solution. If you're still not able to do it, then that means that you were not learning it properly. You didn't understood the solution properly. Okay, that is how you should be practicing your data structures and algorithms and competitive programming. That's the best way to go further with it. Okay, are you guys able to understand up till here? Please do let me know. For example, like I told you guys, we work on Book My Show clone, the Zomato front-end application, the book management API for the backend, the Zomato backend application, task management API app. Then you are having your personal portfolio that will be built in React itself. So that is how we basically roll. Okay, in web development, you don't need to have 50 different projects. You need to have 1 or 2 projects that basically blows the interviewers' minds out. That is the beauty with web development itself, guys. Are you guys able to understand? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Great. So like I said, you guys can take a printout of this particular syllabus. Okay, paste it up on your wall, check mark every topic that you're completing one by one, and it would be a very breeze for you. Of course, like without mentorship it will be difficult. Like due to that reason, we started out with our training and internship programs, because we understood that mentorship is something that is basically required. So we have a program from our end as well that goes on for about 3 to 3.5 months long program that we have, that is live. And we have instructors from Google, we have instructors from Amazon, we have instructors. So Ritik Kumar is the particular person who will be teaching data structures and algorithms and competitive programming in both C++ as well as in Java as well. He's the world rank top 100. He's in the top 100 in the entire world on both CodeChef as well as Code Forces as well. Code Forces I also don't even try because it's way beyond my limit. As well as he's 107 on lead code in the entire world. So he will be the one who will be teaching you data structures and algorithms and competitive programming both in C++ and in Java. Along with that, we have instructors Khushbu Tanyal, Krishna Sampath, we have Madhav Jowhari, we have Nandini Jalan from Google, Sony, we have people from, so Nikhil Bhartwal is basically from Google itself, TensorFlow, that is the deep learning part of Google. Pawan Kumar has left us. He is no longer working with us right now. We have Rahul Alaka from Goldman Sachs. We have Sahil Rahman from HP and Porsche. So he was the one who was taking one of the boot camps a few days ago. Then we have me. Of course, I take up a batch right over there. We have Vishal Jain from Oracle and we have Sushant Shukla from Cisco. So these are the instructors who will be teaching you live every single day. So the training and internship program that we are having is of 3 to 3.5 months. Every single day you will be having 2 hours of live classes, along with, like, after the class you can sit around with the instructor and you can basically talk to them as well. Okay, you can basically, like, whatever problems that you are having, if you're not able to understand anything, you can talk to them. The classes will be taken up live on Zoom for 2 hours every single day, 5 days a week for 3.5 months. That is how long the entire program is. We'll be covering C++, we'll be covering Java, we'll be covering competitive programming, we'll be covering data structures and algorithms, we'll be covering the entire thing, everything that has been mentioned in this syllabus, along with all the projects and everything that will be done in the class live in front of you. That is how the entire stuff will go on. Yes, we'll be having interview preparation, we'll be having mock interviews, GitHub building, LinkedIn profile optimization, all these different things. We'll be doing it for you guys as well. The main particular, we have only one plan, because there are two ways in which we get students placed. Okay, the first thing that we are having is the instructors themselves. The instructors themselves are from big companies. They provide the students with different referrals, so that if they want to get into a company, they have referrals for those companies as well, so they can directly apply to those companies. Secondly, we have partnerships with different companies. For example, Google said that we'll be having 5 students from us. They hired 7 from us. This time they have told us a limit of 15 students that they want to hire from us. We are aiming that we are able to deliver at least 21 students to them. So that is how we work with these different companies. We have partnerships with over 65 different companies from across the globe, which we provide placements to. That is how we handle placements and internships right over there. Of course, the entire program itself is an internship. So at the end of the program, you will get an internship completion certificate as well as a letter of recommendation, because we understand you have to submit that in your college as well. So we already handle that for you so that you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so yes, but this program is not for everybody. This program is only for those students who are ready to give 3.5 months to me. Because see, I cannot take in a student in this program and then like I cannot deliver that shitty student to these companies. I have to make my reputation in front of these companies appear to be as polished as possible, because I want to make sure that if this time Google is hiring 15 students from me, the next time they are coming up with a higher number. Okay, so I need to make sure of that. So I won't be taking in any student directly. That is my point. Okay, these programs are only for those students who are ready to give that. Okay, I will not eat, I will not sleep, I will not drink, I will not do anything. I will just give 3.5 months for only this particular purpose and nothing else. I want 100% from the students in, because we are giving our 200% right over here. We need to make sure that you guys are getting placed, because we need to show that the numbers of the students joining our program, any kind of student from any branch, any field, anything that he has done in his life, going through this program gets placements. Right now we have the limit to 98%. 98% is the placement ratio for us. We have students joining us from the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, but we have a very strict rule. We don't take in students who are in their 11th and 12th standard. We don't take in students who are there in their 11th and 12th standard. Anybody who is not in college, we don't take them in. Okay, of course, like if you have crossed your college, right now your college is over, you are in a job or you didn't got a job, these kind of people we take them in. But school students, we don't take them in. It's like, even if you're paying me, I don't care about it. We don't care about the money. We do this for like on cost itself. These instructors charge me 5,700 rupees per student for the entire 3 months, 3.5 months, whatever they are teaching. They charge me 5,700 rupees per student. We only charge that much from you guys. 5,700 plus taxes, that comes up to 7,200 rupees. The entire 3 months program, 3.5 months program, the cost is 7,500 rupees. That is what the cost is, because we don't take in any profits. We are a non-profit organization. We don't really care about the money. We want to make sure that our reputation is spot on anywhere that we are going. So that is the main thing. The timings of the classes will only be in the evening after 7 p.m. because these are working professionals. They have offices in the morning itself, and most of the students who are coming into the program are college students. So they also have their colleges in the morning. So this program is only available for those students, and the classes will be there in the evening after 7 p.m. only. Okay. No, all these classes are conducted on Zoom. Okay, these are training and internship program. The cost of the program is 7,500 rupees, including taxes, for the entire 3.5 months program. That is the cost of the program, and we don't take in students directly. If you are able to go to our website, you will be able to see that the cost on our website is 10,000 rupees, because we don't want students who are outside the bootcamp to enter into the program, because they don't realize the necessity and the will and the dedication that is needed for these programs itself, because we don't want to take other students in. Okay, yes, of course you can pay in installments. We have that options as well, because we are not like, we also want to make sure that you guys are able to learn no matter what. But if you want to see, I first of all, when we started DevTown, I thought that this must be available for everybody. Like we went through some websites, we went through some courses as well, and we found out that the course that was like the only course that I found out that was like something that I would agree that okay, this is a good course, was by Scalar Academy. But the cost of the course was 2.5 lakh rupees for 6 months. 2.5 lakh rupees excluding GST. I was like, dude, this is just not possible. No student is going to pay that. Somebody also suggested to me coding ninjas or something like that. I thought that I will just explore that as well. So we definitely went to their website. We started exploring it. We went into full stack, MERN stack development, basically. In MERN stack, they are not teaching you anything related to cloud computing. They are not teaching you anything related to DevOps, only the front end and the back end. And the point is the cost for the same. Okay, the cost for the same is 50,000 rupees. That is the cost. And this is not even live. This is basically like you are having it as pre-recorded lectures itself. That's it. Just pre-recorded lectures. And that costs like 50,000 rupees. That is the reason why I contacted some of my friends. So all these people who are the mentors right over here at DevTown, these are my friends who have been working at different companies for a very long period of time. So I contacted them. I told them that, okay, I will pay you like whatever is the case, but can you just like come and teach our students? So that is how we actually started DevTown. And that is the reason why we have the cost as the lowest in the entire industry, giving the maximum, because we are not a for-profit organization. We are a non-profit organization. So it's easier for us to do this. The second thing is that these programs, so right now I think so there are 2 batches that are going to start. One is from the 15th of August and the other one is from the 1st of September. These are the 2 batches that we are having right now. Along with that, so as the classes are live on Zoom, we will also be providing you guys with the video lectures. That is, after the classes ended live, the class recordings will also be provided to you with a lifetime access for the same. Right now we have only 2 programs, that is the data scientist training and internship and the full stack web development training and internship. But don't worry about it. Any of the programs that you are choosing, for example, if I have chosen full stack web development training and internship program, at the end of the program you will be getting the class recordings of full stack web development, you will be getting the class recordings of data scientist, you will also be getting the pre-recorded course on cyber security as well. Any program that you are enrolling with us, you get these 3 class recordings, so that we don't want you to waste money. Money is something that I feel that is like very hard to earn. Okay, because I'm also working. I also know how hard it is to basically go every single day, work your sweat off to basically earn some bucks. So I want you guys not to waste your money. If you are really like thinking that, okay, yes, I want to do this, I cannot do it on my own. Okay, there are some students that can do it on their own as well. That is the reason why we have provided you guys with the syllabus. That go through the syllabus. If you are able to do it on your own, do it on your own. Okay, but if you want mentorship, if you want somebody to stick with a stick in front of you, teach you everything on live in front of you, every single thing that you need to learn, give you a direction, then only join the program, because it requires a lot of dedication, guys. It requires a lot of dedication. Okay, do you guys have any questions or any queries? Please let me know. Like I said, the class timings will be after 7 o'clock in the evening itself. We cannot have it before that, because these are all working professionals, so they have their offices in the morning, so they cannot take up classes right over there. So all the classes happen after 7 p.m. in the evening. Okay, the same thing as well, guys. The only prerequisite for the entire program is English. You should be able to understand English. The rest of the entire thing, from C++ to Java to JavaScript, everything will be taught to you in the class by the instructor. The only prerequisite is English. That's it. The only prerequisite is English. And yes, this is a proper training and internship program. This is a proper training and internship program. Okay. In one class we have 60 to 70 people. Okay, in one class we have 60 to 70 people right over there, not more than that. Okay, so because we need to make sure that the instructor is able to provide individual attention to each and every student, that is the reason why we have only these many type of people right over there. I did not mean to be rude when I said C++ for web development is weird. Just curious on why C++ is used for data structures and not JavaScript. Because JavaScript is a language that if you are doing data structures algorithms in JavaScript, even after 4 years of like working in the industry using just JavaScript, I never put JavaScript on my resume. JavaScript is development language. It is a language that has so much depth inside of it that if the interviewer starts asking you questions related to the language itself, you will shat your pants. It's better to be safe than sorry. That is the reason why C++ and Java is the most preferred languages for data structures and algorithms. Because in interviews, you get saved out there. And when you show JavaScript as a development languages, they don't go into the language at all. They focus upon the technology, they focus upon the theory, they focus upon your projects. Okay. Yes, we have Java with DSA as well. Like I said, you can choose between C++ and Java. The classes will be taken up according to that. Okay. Okay, so there are only some positions that are available right now. I think so for the 15th of August batch, we only have 10 seats remaining right now. For the 1st of September batch, we have 30-40 seats that are remaining as of this particular point of time. So it's first come first basis itself. We don't have a lot of seats because, like I said, the instructors, we cannot burden them as well. We need to make sure that everybody is on the same page while the classes is happening. Okay, so the next thing is that, yes, that is the reason why, Aditya, we have the instructors from big companies, so that you guys are able to get the referrals to big companies very easily. Okay. The price of the entire 3.5 months program is 7,500 in its entirety. Okay, 7,500 including taxes for the entire program. That is the price for the same. Can I know how many students are really interested for the same itself? Because like I said, we don't take in students directly. I will first be providing you guys with my WhatsApp number, where somebody from my team of me personally will be helping you guys out, will be understanding what is your condition right now, and then only we'll be like accepting you into the program. So we don't take up payments directly. We first try to understand whether like what is the thing that you want to do and whether this program is good enough for you or not. Only then we like proceed further from right over there. I need to understand that so 7,500 includes full stack web development. For example, if I've chosen full stack web development, it will include that. It will include data structures, algorithms, C++, Java, full stack web development in its entirety. That covers MERN stack, cloud computing, as well as DevOps. Along with that, at the end of the program, you will be getting the class recordings for full stack. You'll be getting the class recordings for data science. You'll be getting the class recording. That is data science with machine learning, Python, NumPy, Pandas, deep learning, everything. Along with that, you will also be getting the class recordings for cybersecurity as well, for those who are interested in the same. Like I said, how many of you guys are interested in the same? Because I need to understand if there are a lot many number of students, then maybe we'll have to create an extra batch out there. So I need to understand how many people are interested in the same, so that I'm able to understand if we need to create a new batch or something like that. Please do let me know, guys. Okay, there are some people who are interested in the same. No issues in that, guys. I'm providing you guys with my WhatsApp number. If you guys are interested, message me out there. Okay, somebody from my team or me personally will be helping you guys out for the same. Okay, so I'm just posting the link for my WhatsApp number down the live chat. Okay, shit, I posted something else. So this is my WhatsApp number right over here. Yes, we do provide EMI options as well. On the basis of your cards and everything, you can directly contact my team or me personally on this WhatsApp number, and we will help you guys out with the same. I have pinned up the number. I pinned up the number on the top as well, so that you are able to see this. The duration of the entire program is 3 to 3.5 months long. That is the duration of the program, because there's a lot that we have to cover. The classes will be 2 hours of live class every single day, 5 days a week, after 7 p.m. in the evening. That is the duration of the class itself. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and if you are interested in it, if you have any queries, if you have any questions as well. Like I said, placements, I've already told you guys, we have a lot of placements from our end. We have two methods. First, the instructor themselves, they provide the referrals. We have partnerships with 65 different companies that hire from us. For example, the last placement drive, we had 800 students that we got placed from our end. Out of the total 5,000 students that we have trained up till this point of time, we have provided internships and placements to almost 4,800 and almost 50 students out of it. That is almost 98% placement rate that we have. Okay. We can speak in the class or not, so that basically depends upon the instructor themselves. For example, 2 hours of live classes are there, then after that the instructor is sitting right over there. If you have any questions, any queries, you can directly approach the instructor, solve your query 101, so that you are able to get that personalized attention as well. But it will be like a normal class. For example, if you're having a doubt or something like that, you can, it's a Zoom class, you can raise your hand in Zoom and he or she, that the instructor will be able to help you guys out as well. Okay. Sure, no issues in that, Manish Kumar. You can definitely join the same. Okay. So those guys who are interested in the program, they can message me on my WhatsApp number. I provided you guys the link. Please immediately do that. Okay, those who are interested, because after the class is over, this link will be gone and you guys will not be able to message me. For data science batch as well, if you are interested, do message me. Somebody from my team or me personally will be able to help you guys out as well. Okay. Okay, so I've already posted the link down the live chat. If you guys want, you can definitely reach out to me. Now I'll be showing you the attendance for today, guys. Give me a second. If you have any queries as well related to the program, you can definitely reach out to me and I will help you guys out. Okay. Okay, so let me just create the attendance link for today. If you want that PDF, just message me on my WhatsApp number. I will just help you guys out with the same. Otherwise, you can directly go to our website as well. From there, you can get the PDF. Okay. So if you want, I will just share the PDF as well right over here. That's the PDF. I've already shared that PDF as well in the live chat. Okay, so I've pinned up the WhatsApp number down the live chat as well. Okay, so yeah, and yes, at the end of the entire program, you will be getting the internship and training certificate from our end. So you will get an internship that you have done an internship as a full stack web developer at DevTown for 3.5 months. Along with that, you will be getting a letter of recommendation and a training completion certificate as well. So you don't have to worry about it. And if you're joining the boot program, all the boot camps that happen related to those technologies, you also get the certificates for that, because at the end of the day, you are studying those topics as well. So you get all the certificates for all the boot camps that happen during that particular period related to those technologies. So you don't even have to worry about that. Okay. So you don't have to attend the boot camps. That is what I'm saying. Okay, you directly get the certificates at the end. Day 6 AUG. Like I said, yes, on the website, it will be showing you 10,000 rupees. Like I said, because we don't take in students from outside, you have to message me on my WhatsApp number. We'll talk to you. If you feel that, okay, this is fine with you, then only we provide you with the payment link. Not before that. The price of the program is 7,500 rupees, including taxes, for the entire 3.5 months program. Okay. I hope that your question is answered, IQ Devil. This is the QR code for today, guys. You can go ahead and scan the QR code. Yes, Mohit, it is. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. I've also shown you the QR. Yes, Mohit, it is. I hope that QR IQ Devil, I've also answered your query. Please do let me know. IQ Devil, I hope that I've answered your query. Please do let me know. The internship will go on for 3.5 months. Okay, so that you are able to, and you will get the certificate and everything, so that you are able to submit it in your college as well, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. The average package, like I already said, for full stack web development was 13.3 lakhs per annum, and for the data science students was 12.7 lakhs per annum. That was the average placements, with the highest that went was 60 lakhs per annum by Google, and the second highest was 48 lakhs per annum by Microsoft. That was the entire thing. Jethalal, we don't have any discounts as of this particular point of time because we do it at cost. The instructor charges us 5,700 rupees. We have to give 18% GST on top of it. It comes out to almost 7,300 rupees, and then 200 rupees we take it for operations. That's it. Like, we don't have any margin to give discount because we are doing it at cost. You will never find any course that is there at this point of time, because this is the exact same course that Scalar is offering you at 2.5 lakh rupees. The exact same course. That is the point. Okay, so you are able to see that we have already provided you with like almost 99% discount beforehand itself, just by being a non-profit. It takes a lot of pain from our end as well. We have to do a lot of stuff, but I enjoy the teaching process. So that is the reason why we usually try to make sure that you guys are able to get everything that you want. Okay. For those who are interested in the program, do message me on WhatsApp. Either me personally or somebody from my team will be able to help you guys out. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Yes, recorded classes are also available. Don't worry about it, guys. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.